everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Who will be trying to lead their team to victory? It's the Bills going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. First carry for Lamar Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it again with Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Tate. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Ohio!
Now McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get first drive 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
No way. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Brandon, if I told you in preseason that DeAndre Hopkins would have less than 1,000 receiving yards, would you have looked at me funny?
I would have. He's coming off a 1,500-yard season, and he's gotten better each and every year through the first 3.
And they have weapons around him now. Will Fuller can stretch the field. Braxton Miller, when they get him back healthy, he can fly as well. They got Lamar Miller as a running back in free agency. They've got people who can stretch things open and get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins in open field, but he had a connection that wasn't very good with his quarterbacks this season.
And by the way, Charles, touchdown production dropped big time too. 11 last season, 4 this year.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Here we go now. 3, 19.
throwing now. Osweiler on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo. And the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at two numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run. Because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group. But it only begins with stopping the run first. So I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo.
3rd down and 3. Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. And finding Fedorowicz. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
You know, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Miller, the lone setback. They snap it at 1. Now it's Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from the 20, and the Bills have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On second down, Osweiler. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both.
Here we go now. 3-19.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Osweiler. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. On second down, here's Osweiler. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. From the gun on third down, Osweiler. And he's got Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Now Osweiler on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On the sneak, Osweiler. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. This time Osweiler will throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Now that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Osweiler with a sneak. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Now let's go. No, check. Good.
Now Osweiler on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go now. Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Osweiler. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Bills getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, the Bills call on the punt unit, and Colton Schmidt. Back deep for the Texans is Tyler Urban. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. the Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. From Mexico for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now Osweiler underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
All right, here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
4 down.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, we got 4. Hurry up, 4 down.
Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And time has run out on this first half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Slot man moves right. Again, it's McCoy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
On 3rd down, Taylor finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. He juked him, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Three yards remaining here on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Let's go.
Play action. Now Osweiler. And Miller with it over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, 38 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. In motion, the tight end play. Play clock winding down. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 91 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Miller, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Gone. 6 gone. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now it's Osweiler. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And some space here. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Been a good game so far. It's really tight until that pick six right there.
Back to the air, Osweiler out. Now
oh, fumble.
Osweiler lost it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Isn't that the second time he's done that?
To head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again.
My last game, Tyler, I lost two balls because of that. Fumbling when you're about to throw the ball.
It's punch counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
Yeah, your defense locked me down pretty good though for the first bit.
The sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Oh, you were moving the ball pretty good against me.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Hey, my defense is getting lucky.
They'll go again to McCoy. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football.
Sitting there trying to search for my headphones. I couldn't find them.
But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now it's Taylor.
Oh, come on. What the fuck kind of throw is that?
Incomplete. Mike Gillisley, the intended
And you're trying to pass to your guy.
And it's 4th and 4.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
3 does give you a chance to come back.
This is taken at his 4.
I've done it.
This across the 25. Couple extra yards.
I scored a touchdown before and then he got an onside kick. I know the guy I was playing got pissed off. He just quit.
Struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
I can picture him throwing his controller and just being fucking pissed.
Turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word and I just kept using it.
Oh, that's a touchdown. He catches that. That's a touchdown. All I know is he catches that, he's gone.
Play action. It's Osweiler.
A go too soon. Could have got you.
Pass. It falls down incomplete.
That's how I feel about Tyrod. You see my last throw at the goal line? I should have got that first, at least a touchdown.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
I get a lot of that with Tyrod. Fucking pissing me off.
Let's go. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup.
Ooh.
What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Will Fuller was the intended target.
Who was that you're throwing it to?
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing.
Thought he was going to catch that.
They had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
I don't know.
Last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
He could have got that too.
Exactly right. They're none
that should have been the first down.
They didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take
usually I get a good 120 yards running a game, but you shut that down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Buffalo first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the second.
Is that your own playbook you're using?
It's a really nice game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
I thought you had me. You jumped too soon.
23 yards on the play. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that
good game anyway.
From your zone to the next zone, he's coming your way. Make sure you have him, and then when the ball is actually
do a rematch or something.
Secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big
the computer will
play.
come out and they'll play even better. It's weird. Like they'll play shit now, but then the next game they'll play good.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a gain of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Oh, come on. He caught that.
Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's bullshit.
Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing. No pass.
That was bullshit.
The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
Yo, the kicking's fucked on this game, too.
Carpenter knocks it through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
I lost like so many games because I fucked up on the kicking. Because the kicking dropped so fast.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
Whew.
And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something execute.
Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller.
Your mind held me well. I didn't think you guys were going to hold me.
Texans cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
Ooh.
Oh, the Texans may have
got it, see? But
did recover. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you get that, you get those back.
Right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. On 1st down, Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. 2nd and 10, it's Osweiler again. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Right.
Miller, the lone setback. Now Osweiler.
Is that mine? Oh,
yeah. And that should do it. Picked off by
good game. You could have. That was close.
And now out come the Bills. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Taylor, flush to his right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 30.
I did that to you in the last quarter.
Here, we're going to get a timeout by the
and
offense.
you dove way too early, and then I got touchdown.
Here in the final stages. In motion, the tight end Clay. Taylor going to throw it. On the move to his left. And this one is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo. and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
Practice a couple passing plays for the game ends. You might get an interception and run it back.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the...
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final
stages. Does your controller make it so that when you call like challenges when you don't call challenges? Oh, so I called a challenge. I didn't call no challenges. Kind of annoying.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended
the linemen are just fucking breaking through like my guys aren't even there.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Taylor going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing.
I don't like those passes. Sometimes the guy will like run right out of bounds. No, like he'll catch it out of bounds or some shit. That shit just is not good for me.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Good game anyway.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.